Amanda Poole. Watch Fox Sports.
Welcome into sports. I'm Amanda Poole, and with Halloween right around the corner, we have a scary good game for you guys. The Tigers knew they'd be tested in Demon Deacon territory, but after a big stop in a double overtime, Clemson passed. I think this kid needs an NIL deal or a sponsorship with Dunkin' Donuts because that is all he was doing tonight. Tigers are in the driver's seat of their division after taking down NC State 30-20. And the man behind the wheel is quarterback DJ Uiagalelei. I'm right outside the Target Center. I haven't seen a single Gamecock fan leave yet. They're still in there celebrating with the team. It's date night at the CLA. South Carolina men's basketball hosting Vanderbilt on Valentine's Day. One of the nation's top assistant coaches in college football has made it to Memorial Stadium. My ears are still ringing from the volume level that this place got to when Chico hit that shot, but I can still hear you, so that's a good thing. But it's college basketball season. That's the first thing that head coach Lamont Paris said after the game. What you go out there and do, what empowers you about that? What's the biggest challenge for you to kind of take control on a floor full of guys that you didn't know, a couple months ago? Do I even want to know what happens when someone steps on this magic tiger head?
Well, for every action, there's a reaction.
You got LSU, and then your Philadelphia Eagles will be competing for a Super Bowl ring. Dawn, where's the watch party? In the first half, there were some inconsistencies on offense. People start freaking out. What does that say about the level of expectations you have set here? What is this moment like? You did it. You're here. Second net. With somebody. For the first time in 25 years, 2 number 1 seeds get knocked out before the Sweet 16. What does that show you about the level of talent here? I need to know, will you be getting another dog? And if so, what will he or she be named? And starting in the pros today, NFL quarterback and Clemson product Deshaun Watson will be out for most of the football season. The Falcons are trying to repeat what their 2018 state champion team was able to accomplish. Players turning into coaches this week here in Columbia. They call it the battle for the axe for a reason. But head coach Perry Woolbright says this season they are going to give Dutch Fork their best shot. He says a lot of teams are intimidated by the Silver Foxes, but tells his players they are just another high school football team. Despite the solid lead, you guys have picked up several penalties. What do you look to clean up in the second half?
You just said it.
What have you seen from Nolan Bierman out there on offense, kind of being your spark a little bit today?
He has.
And you do have two viable quarterback options. We've only seen one. Will number 2 come out tonight? Yeah, Stacey, you just touched on it. It's very dangerous, Chris Lofton in that backfield there, but he's got a lot more on his mind this season than football. He's dedicated this season to his older sister, Alacia, who passed away last December, and I got a chance to speak with him before the game, and he said Alacia was cool, she was funny, she was a mom to everybody. She was 20 years old, but she acted like she was 40 because she was so smart and mature. So he's dedicating this season for her, says he thinks about her in the stands like she would be here tonight.
I was in my room watching TV, then a basketball commercial popped up on my TV. So I started thinking about Aaliyah Boston. I just said to myself, why not just make a song about her? I don't think so. Watch TV more, bro.
The one-take wonder. 9-year-old Zaria Corley became a rapper overnight.
I just got me a beat and I just said what it was. I don't think so.
2 minutes and 52 seconds of full-on freestyle from the floor.
So I was right here.
She was like, hey, mama, can you listen to my song? She said, don't delete it because I made it from the top of my head. And I'm like, from the top of your head? And I listened to it. I'm like, you know what? It's pretty cool.
And that's not just a mother's opinion. Zaria's first rap caught on quick with Gamecock fans.
Before you know it, I was singing it in my head in the bed. It was really catchy. I thought it was interesting. That's why I put it on Twitter. And, it blew up.
Over 16,000 views later, Zaria's role model became her fan. And on Sunday, she met her muse.
I told her that I was Zaria, and she was like, oh my gosh. She said, I love it, it's stuck in my head, and I named my boyfriend Janet this morning. Daily, the best coach in the whole wide world. Why y'all think that I'm undefeated? Because of her.
A baller herself, Zaria says she respects Boston for more than just her skills on the court.
She's just a good person, and I look up to her. She's like a role model to me. I like how she has good sportsmanship to the other team. Like if someone falls down, she will help them up.
A contagious kindness, inspiring a driven young girl.
She is very, very talented, right? She could do pretty much anything that you throw at her.
As far as a singing career, the sky's the limit for Big Nine.
I do a lot of sports right now, so it's just where my career takes me.
In Batesburg, Leesville, Amanda Poole, Watch Fox Sports. The average female runs 6.5 miles per hour. Isabel Treffs walks 8 miles per hour.
People describe it like walking as fast as you can in the hallway without running.
The nation's fastest race walker calls Columbia College home.
As you can, you have to follow 2 rules. You have to have 1 foot on the ground at all times, and you have to have one leg, your leg straight until it passes directly underneath your body. After that, it can bend.
Treffs and 3 of her teammates account for the top 4 collegiate race walkers in America.
Born walking, will always be walking. It's sort of a given now.
I started like 4 or 5 years ago because I was tired and bored of running. So I wanted to try something else.
Well, I like it better than running. It's a very small athletic field, so we kind of get to know each other as we compete.
The tight-knit team started up 6 years ago, stepping into a national spotlight almost immediately.
These ladies have won 4 conference titles in the last 5 years.
While the conference titles are great, it's only fitting the best in the nation is making strides to compete with other nations.
The end goal probably is going to be the Olympics.
And athletes with Olympic dreams have found the right place as Columbia College competes in the NAIA, the only conference in the nation for competitive race walking.
When I was little, I'd be like, oh, I really want to go to the Olympics, whatever, and thinking I could actually go. It's kind of crazy.
Treffs is from Maine, where race walking is a norm. She came here for the conference and the caliber of coaching very few schools provide.
Being with, more knowledgeable and more experienced coaches.
Coach Ian Watley race walked for Team USA back in 1993 all the way up to 2016. After working closely with this group, Watley has high hopes headed into nationals.
1993 is the last time that any school took the top 4 places in the event at NAIA National Championships, so it would be quite an achievement.
At Columbia College, Amanda Poole, Watch Fox Sports.